Coming up are the major headlines for today. The governor of Northern Red Sea region conducted a tour to Adolis archaeological site. Encouraging irrigation farming in Aorda subzone. UN condemns Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank. And at least 51 soldiers killed in northern Burkina Faso attack. On your local news, Ms. Asmeret Abraha, governor of the Northern Red Sea region, visited the old port of Adolis, in which archaeological excavation is being carried out by Eritrean and Italian experts. Ms. Asmeret was provided briefing by Dr. Tsagay Metin, coordinator of project, on the excavation activities being carried out, the newly findings, as well as future plan of the project. Dr. Tsagay also called for support of the regional administration in the effort to preserve the site from being damaged by flooding. Commending for the excavation activities so far carried out, Ms. Asmeret expressed readiness of the regional administration to support the project in all its activities. Adolis archaeological excavation project started in 2011 in cooperation with Eritrean and Italian archaeological experts. The Ministry of Agriculture branch in Aorda subzone reported that integrated effort is being exerted to develop irrigation farming in the subzone. Mr. Tedros Agergis, head of the office branch, said that the effort being carried out to develop irrigation farming on 1,400 hectares of land alongside the Barka River bank includes water and soil conservation, applying natural fertilizers, introducing modern rain irrigation farming, as well as encouraging for the establishment of Vegetables and Fruits Farmers Association. Mr. Tedros expressed readiness of the Ministry of Agriculture to support the farmers in creating market opportunities, as well as to establish an association with a view to enable them share experiences among themselves. On your last local report, potable water project worth over 2.2 million NAFA has been put in place in Ma'ado and Nahaili subzone. At the inauguration event of the project conducted on 18 February, Mr. Kibron Miskinna, head of water resources in the southern region, said that 52% of the cost of the project has been covered by the government and the remaining 48% by the public. Mr. Kibron also said that the project, which is operating with solar system, included water container with capacity of holding 250 barrels of water, 3 water distribution centers, as well as water pipeline, indicating that the potable water project has alleviated the existing problem of the residents. Mr. Tesfai Abraham, member of the water committee of the village, called on residents to make judicious use of the project for its sustainability. That was domestic news, dear viewers. Do stay with us for the international reports after the short break. Welcome back. The United Nations Security Council has issued a statement denouncing Israel's settlement in the occupied West Bank, deeming them a major obstacle to peace in the region. While a separate resolution would have called for an immediate end to all settlement activity, it was successfully thwarted by American negotiators, according to multiple outlets. The Security Council expressed a deep concern and dismay over the further expansion of settlement outposts on Monday, citing recently announced plans by the Israeli government to legally authorize 9 existing settlements in the West Bank. The Security Council strongly opposes all unilateral measures that impede peace, including the construction and expansion of settlements, confiscation of Palestinian lands, the legalization of settlement outposts, demolition of Palestinians' homes, and displacement of Palestinian civilians, it said, adding that ongoing settlement activity is endangering the viability of the two-state solution. The two-state solution is among several blueprints proposed to resolve the Israeli-Palestine conflict over the decades, envisioning an independent state of Palestine based on the territory's borders as they existed before the Six-Day War of 1967, after which Israeli forces occupied both Gaza and the West Bank. However, with hundreds of thousands of Israelis now living in the West Bank, the government has insisted on their right to remain in the area, creating major complications for any future two-state solution. On your final report, at least 51 soldiers were killed when their unit was ambushed in northern Burkina Faso on Friday, the army said yesterday, one of the highest reported death tolls from a single attack since the area became a hotbed of jihadist activity. The incident occurred 2 days before France officially marked the end of its military operations in the West African nation, where in 2015 some 400 French special forces had been sent to help fight an insurgency that spread from the neighboring Mali. The soldiers were ambushed on Oudalan province in Burkina Faso's Sahel region, which shares a border with Mali. The provisional death toll was revised up from 8 reported earlier on Monday after an additional 43 bodies were found. It did not directly blame anyone for the attack, but it said around 160 terrorists were killed in a counter-offensive airstrike, up from about 60 in the previous statement. Burkina Faso is one of the several West African countries grappling with jihadist insurgency that took root in Mali after a Tuareg rebellion in 2012. Violence has spread to neighboring countries and beyond despite costly international military interventions and United Nations peacekeeping efforts. Thousands have been killed and millions displaced across the Sahel south of the Sahara. You're still watching us on ERi-TV, dear viewers, and now recap of the major headlines. The governor of Northern Red Sea region conducted tour to Adolis archaeological site. Encouraging irrigation farming in our older subzone. UN condemns Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank. And at least 51 soldiers killed in North Burkina Faso attack. Dear viewers, that was it for today. Thanks for watching and enjoy the remaining of our programs.